Welcome back to Spelarkivet. My name is Christer, and this is the Graveward boss fight on True Vault Hunter mode and Mayhem level 4. This is actually sort of the second round for me because I did die, but sadly I lost that video clip. It was corrupted. So this is my second attempt right after being killed, so that's why you didn't see any wardens spawn. Now, this particular encounter was basically the same when it comes to the boss rotation, his attacks. But one thing that was different was the additional enemies, and there was a bunch, and I mean a bunch of them. And this was actually to the point where I got fed up or irritated with them, because they were maybe not always on me, but there were a lot of them. So I don't think I would have survived at all without my pet. So by now everyone should be familiar with the rotation when it comes to the attacks, so I won't bother explaining those. And as with the previous fights, each boss is much harder to grind down. So alright, so I'm down for the first time. Well, if you don't count the first round where I actually died, but thank God for my pet who can revive me at any time. On normal mode, when it comes to the number of ads, it was I mean, the encounter spawned ads here and there, but during this encounter I had additional enemies basically throughout the whole encounter, so I couldn't get rid of them. And that was actually one of the things that I changed in regards of my approach the second time after I died. I was first time I did actually ignore the ads completely and was hoping to rely on my pet taking care of all of them, but there were just too many of them. So this time around I am a bit more focused on the ads. Should also mention that this is my first playthrough on True Vault Hunter mode. So this encounter and every one of the other ones that I did took a long time. That's for sure. I've seen people on YouTube just mow down this boss in, you know, less than a minute, and that's just ridiculous. I actually feel it's ridiculous to the point that, I mean, that a game allows for a player to become so overpowered that there is zero challenge at all in the game. Why even play the game? So if you ask me, I think 2K has failed in that manner. A character and a player shouldn't be able to become that powerful that you can just mow down bosses within seconds, basically. So I guess we're right about the 25% mark, and it's 6 minutes into the fight, so this is surely going to take a long time. And as I mentioned in the last video, I have had some trouble even at level 60 to find weapons that are effective against enemies, and this is mostly due to the fact that there are so many different weapons. I mean, I don't remember if there was like a million different combinations or something like stupid like that. So trying to find specific weapons that are works well with Beastmasters and Beastmaster, that would actually be nice to be able to find. And I guess that Beastmaster isn't really the sort of DPS class anyway. It's probably the gunner. And I'm not sure how the classes differ, other than they have different abilities. They have different strengths, obviously, so maybe I'll do a playthrough with another class at a later date. Right, so one thing I could add is also that when the boss tilts the whole platform, on my first playthrough I actually just jumped down into the different holes, the two holes that are on left and right side. But I actually find it easier to just jump in place, and it's also easier to sort of avoid those corrosive bolts that come rolling down. So that's one thing that changed from normal mode. For me personally, that is. As you can see, you never really catch a break when it comes to the additional enemies just running, and they continuously spawn. And it can be somewhat exhausting in the end. Just always having to, you know, try to take down the ads instead of focusing on the boss. And that's probably also why this encounter took a bit longer. I think I'm starting to get to the point where I'm actually running out of ammunition, which is just crazy. I don't do enough damage and there's just too many ads. But I guess this is also the thing with a higher Mayhem level. So if you do level 4 instead of level 1, it, you know, each individual enemy will be more or harder, I should say, to kill. And this is also something that I've noticed when playing Mayhem level 10. Everything just takes longer. We're 14 minutes into the fight and I haven't even reached 50% yet. So it's probably due to the fact that I'm not that well I don't know the weapons very well, because other people playing through with Beastmasters, they probably manage to take down the boss quicker than I do, and well, as I said, this is most likely because they know the game better, the weapons and all that. Ooh, close to dying. And I'm down, third time. Okay, so that should be 50% right now. So finally, almost done. This has been a ridiculously long encounter with the boss, and I can't imagine that it should take this long. I must have done something wrong. But anyway, Graveward is finally down, and I can reap the rewards and continue on to the next boss fight.